The presence of imitation weapons in schools is being thwarted by police as they step up surveillance. But what can be done to stop students from getting their hands on them? President of the National Parent-Teacher Association of Jamaica, Mr. Stewart Jacobs, joins us for this discussion. Morning, sir. Welcome.
Morning.
How are you?
Good morning, Simone.
Morning.
What a job you have, though, because, I mean, you're going from, my words, drugs to fights to, what do you call it? When you're here, what do you call it?
Here.
Grooming.
And now weapons, but fake weapons. When you heard this, what was your first thought when you heard?
A bit frightening, but not really surprised because...
You're not surprised?
Not surprised.
That primary school kids are going to carry a gun to school?
Growing up, we played cowboy and Indians. You know,
but not at school?
We played the cowboy and Indians and we had the tiger guns to play with. And I remember having a Colt 45.
Then they look like these ones?
They
did?
Not the ones that I played with.
They look toyish though, more toyish.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what is happening now is that the toyish looking ones are coming in and then they are being painted and sprayed over.
Oh,
so they are being retrofitted then.
Okay.
To seem as if they are real. What is scary is you can have among some of those toys real guns.
Yeah.
And so it is a matter of stopping it at the wharfs. That may be difficult, but if it filters through the wharfs, then there has to be a retailer, a wholesaler who's selling it. And so you need to have stringent measures there. And then if it is being sold at the school gate, then you can also do random searches at the school gates.
So are all those things happening?
It's happening.
They're selling them at the school gate?
I'm not saying they're selling at the school gate, but they can be obtained at school gates, yes.
But why would a vendor, I can understand the sweet them and the patty and the biscuits and stuff, but why would a vendor at a primary school
they're selling gummies?
But why would you have a toy gun?
Responsibility is a hell of a thing. And you have persons who, as far as they are concerned, making the nickel and the dime is more important than anything else. It's all a matter of commercializing and the economies of survival. And they will sell these things expecting a profit from it, not looking at the consequence. And that is one of the problems that the school system has, because you have parents, adults, those who are supposed to be responsible, those who are supposed to be looking out for our children. They will go beyond the grain of what is good, what is right, in order to make a dollar. And that is the scary part of it. Now, when an adult sells to a child a fake gun or gives a child a fake gun, a toy, you're giving him the okay to go ahead and do it because they will, children are impressionable and they will always look up to that adult who give them something that they can play with. And so they'll take it in the school and then their friends want one and then kids are just mischievous, you know, they're not rude, they're not bad.
They're inquisitive.
They're inquisitive,
curious.
So they're going to take it and they're going to pretend to hold up somebody. That's what is going to happen because they see it playing out on the social media, they see it on the movies, they're hearing about it. And so I want to be a hero today. I want to do something that is beyond the norm today. I want to be popular. I want everybody when I walk into school salute me because I did something out of the norm. And so that is what we're faced with. We're faced with a society that sometimes just seems as if they don't care.
So how do you and other stakeholders that are trying to do the right fight that?
Education. Educate. Let them know that this is wrong. Not to condemn them when it happens, really, but to whole pat them on the shoulder, hug them and say, listen, this is not right. These are the consequences. Show them the law, the act, the regulations that will send them behind bars.
By the way, sorry to jump in, Mr. Jacobs, but when I read it, I heard primary school. Is this happening at the secondary schools also?
Yes. I mean, the lines of demarcation is very thin, you know, between a primary.
But that's even more scary when
they're closer to adults.
Right, when a big boy, when I see him pull a gun, first thing I went afraid for my life. I'm not going to think that that's just a toy gun.
This is how people get killed.
Yep.
Right? You see these pranks on social media.
Yep.
It's afterwards that you find out that whatever it is was
The
not
other
killed.
thing is, and you are perfectly right, sorry, Sim, but maybe a licensed firearm holder might be driving by and see a big man with a gun at somebody.
And engage him.
Yeah.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, and then you realize, oops, it was a toy gun, and I just killed a little man with a toy gun.
So I'm appealing to parents to be vigilant. Vigilant in checking the school bags, checking the waist of the child when they come in home, checking the waist of the child when they're going out, and scrutinize the child's friends. Listen to the conversations. Engage the friends with the conversations, and not take for granted that this Satan that I have at home is not going to be a prankster when they go out. They'll do it. And if they have the resources to purchase these toys, they'll purchase it.
Search your school bags and search your child.
School bags, yeah, and talk to them, engage them. Let them know that this is not, it's a toy not for you to play with, not at this time. You know, it's something that is very important. You have to engage them in a manner that brings out.
What kind of, when you say education, this look like to me like it called for a different breed, different type, different texture, different tone. Because these kids don't want traditional. I mean, you got to come at them where they are in a means that engages them, because otherwise it's la 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 la. They don't want to hear it. It's going to go over their heads. So do we look at how we are engaging them, awareness and the messaging that we need them to absorb, and doing it in a way that they will want to listen?
Yes, so you use the toys, you use social media, you use their circles to do it. You find one of these above surface entertainers, artists, to do it. So influencers, yes, to speak to them, engage them, and let what a champs are some superstars, you know. What a manicop are some superstars.
Absolutely.
And the Costa Cup. Ask them to represent their peers. Say, listen, don't play with this. This is not good. So out of that stardom that we get at champs, use some of those athletes, student athletes, to be ambassadors of good news.
What you said to the principals, to the counselors, when they find a young man with a weapon, what do you say to them?
Don't condemn him too quickly. Find out the root cause of what has happened. Is it a prank? Is he being forced? Is he being coerced into this? Because there's an underlying surface here. Something is happening here. And engage the parents in a manner where they understand where the child has gone wrong. And let the child know what the consequences are. And let the law take its course. But try your best to mitigate against it by educating first and foremost.
We say in Jamaica all the time that nothing happens until something happens. You know, so when you hear somebody get shot, then everybody start running up and down and say, well, we should have do this, we should have done that. So are we on top of this, you think?
And I can't at this point say that we are on top of it, but what is for certain is that we are aware of it, and so the engagement has begun to fast track.
What is your role in all of this? Not you personally, but your group.
Through the PTAs, we're a conduit between the school administration and the parents and the students. So we'll be that group that will begin the education process through the PTA meetings, through the WhatsApp groups and PTAs, the 7 regions, to start spreading news.
So if my son is held with a weapon, do you come to me personally?
No, we don't. No, that is something that the school administration and the ministry and the law would deal with. Where we come in is we would advise the parent how to go about it, the best way for them to work their way around it, and to be parents first and foremost. Don't condemn your child.
Yes, it cascades down from you.
Yes.
I feel like we just need to figure out the how, because in this new dispensation, the typical how is not going to work. And that point that you make about not condemning, I mean, if you come at a child the wrong way, especially now, you're pushing them into...
Yes, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of our people in position do not understand this new orientation.
But we're gentle.
We can't do it how we used to do it, and them down because that's a recipe for disaster
Understand
as
them.
well.
And first of all, love them first and foremost.
Yeah.
Love them, genuinely love them. And if you genuinely love them, it comes out. Your approach comes out so much different. Because children know when you love them, you know. They know, they feel it.
The ruin of a nation begins in the homes of its people. That's an African proverb. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
The tireless,
Happy New Year.
non-ending work to you too.
Well, I know. I have to tell you something. In about a month, that beard will be purple.
I know. I was just going to ask him how. I didn't want to take
It's
the
not,
discussion.
it's not close to champs yet. But when you see him
You give him a whole full month?
Yeah, because champs is the end of March. Right?
Yeah, but
Yes.
you know these
25th,
KC
29th.
gentlemen will start pre-champsing from...
From you see him, purple beard.
When do you usually purplerize it?
The Sunday before champs.
It literally has...
That's right.
Yes, the Sunday before champs.
He
At what
does.
time? What time?
2 o'clock.
And when you wash it back out.
when it wears out.
Okay.
3 months after.
Good to see you, brother. President of the National Parent Teacher Association of Jamaica and very, very proud Fortis, Stewart Jacobs.
Yes, which is right. After the break, we're speaking with Reverend Marie Berbick Bailey on her latest achievement. We're back on Smile after this.